Another year has ended. 2023 was a big year. Was a year where I learned a lot. This year, it's kind of, I became a new person. This year, I shifted my personality. I became a new person, a new of myself. If I had the opportunity to imagine myself and take myself for how I was on 2022, so 1 year from now, back then, the end of 2022 and the start of 2023, if I had the opportunity to look at who I was and then look at how I am right now, bro, I feel fucking different. But not different, much for the appearance, maybe my hair, because I kind of changed my hair, and my face, maybe my physique, maybe it improved, who knows. It's a minimum particular. This is the least bit. The best thing, the most that I achieved this year was mental fortitude, was mental strength, was mental power, was mind capabilities. Confidence. Confidence. You know what I did this year? This year I faced my biggest fear. The fear of talking to girls. Oh, that's not a big fear. Well, for me it was. Because, bro, I know you got one fear that you don't talk about with anybody. Your parents, your friends, your girlfriend, you don't talk about it with anybody. I know you got battles that you are feeling that you don't talk about. Never, never. You fear talking about it. Why? Because you know it will make you upset. It will make you feel like a pussy, like as if you depend on someone to find the happiness. I feel you. I got you. I completely got you. You know what I learned this year? That the true power doesn't lie in the outside. So in the other people, you don't find the inner power, the inner peace, the inner control, the self mastery, the mind mastery. You don't find it outside. This is what I learned this summer. It's July of 2023. I started working for this job and I was forced to talk to any gender of people, boys and girls. Wow. I was forced to talk to girls, my biggest fear. But at that point, I realized that I came out of it that I was better. My mental fortitude, my confidence was better. It became, let me think about it. I went from being a virgin, scared of talking to fucking humans, people coming from my same race, humans. I was scared of talking to humans, not only girls, but sometimes even boys. I was kind of scared of just stating my facts, my opinions. Because why? Why? Because was I weak? I was not weak. But it was my perception. It was my idea I had of myself that made me perceive myself as weak. As if I got less than anybody. So I was scared to state my opinion, my facts, comparing endlessly myself to people, to other guys. Once I faced this fear and I came out of it as a fucking winner. I'm different. I feel, when you do something and you feel like there is no going back. It's like a power up when, when on video games, like you get this fucking super boost and you feel like, oh, I can take the fucking dragon. It's the same feeling. This year was the best so far. Every year. Okay, I started self-improvement on 2022. I started self-improvement on 2022, officially. Seriously, because I started back then, way back then, but not very seriously. Seriously started on 2022 by going to the gym. And on 2022, I built a very nice physique. I started building a nice physique because I was fit. I was still in the process, but I built a nice physique. I managed to talk to people. I tried to stand up for myself. Yeah, it was a pretty good year. And I managed to talk with a crush I had, a girl that I liked. So on 2022, I did basically the same thing. The same thing I did on 2023. But on 2023, it kind of felt like it was an advanced version. On 2022, I talked to this crush, this girl that I liked so much. She had a boyfriend. I didn't know, but I tried to talk with her. I was fucking scared, but I did it. Imagine, it was fucking cringe, bro. It was fucking cringe. Imagine a guy out of nowhere starting to talk to you. I had never an experience with a girl, so I was a fucking vegetable, I was a fucking weirdo. But I did it. I had any self-doubt existing in the world, but yet this didn't stop me. So imagine, these are the facts that make me think. What are the true limits? Where are the true limits? In the mind. My mind took me to surpass those big ass fucking self-doubts I had on myself. The view I had of myself, my perception I had of myself. Every year it feels like it's preparing me for something bigger. This year, 2022, by talking to this girl and building my physique, it feels like it prepared me. It was an event that was conditioning me for something greater. Which, guess what? 2023, I lost virginity. I talked to a bunch of girls. I had my first girlfriend, finally. I built my best physique ever so far. My confidence became absolutely great. So my question is, are you satisfied with your 2023? Are you satisfied with what you did, with what you pursue this year? Are you satisfied? Or do you feel some kind of regret, like I could have done more, right? I got you. Okay. You may have failed, you may have had struggles, you may have been struggling with maybe talking to a girl or working out, building a physique, eating in the proper way, nutrition, the enough movement, all the struggle you had in your minds, your doubts. I got you. Because I felt the same way. For a lot of this 2023, I felt in the same way. I felt like I had lost the control I had in my mind. This year, I realized, I proved myself how powerful my mind is. If only I let myself be in control of my mind, dominating my mind. Okay, I want you to see yourself as your body is different than your mind. Imagine your mind as a different entity. Your body and your mind, okay? Your body is like when you're talking and you're moving your hands and you're just okay moving, but your mind is different. Your mind is like you know, it feels like as if it's another person. It's another entity. Because think about it. Why didn't you accomplish most of the things that you wanted this year? Because a force, something, someone maybe was stopping you, was forcing you to stop. Don't go too far. Stop there. It's a big fear. We fear this. We fear this. Don't do it. Right? I can make sure that you got all the power you can desire. All the power that you're seeking is inside of your mind. All of it. But you just need to, this is what I learned this year, 2023. All you need to do is prove yourself. Gain your trust. Gain the trust of your mind. Let your mind trust yourself. Trust your body. Because your body is capable of, trust me, your body is capable of tanking literally anything. Almost anything. The 99% of things it can tank it. It can survive. But the only thing that stops him from trying and tanking this evil energy, these evil forces of the world, is your mind. Is your mind limiting your body? It's your mind. You know, we unlocked only the 10% of the mind power, the potential. Only the 10%. The 10% of the mind. Yet we can do big things. Imagine if we actually unlocked more of it. But yet people don't care about the mind. Why? This fucking owns me. Why? After all, everything you do is decided, is commanded by your thoughts, by your mind. So if you actually gained the trust of your mind, your mind will let you do more. Because he knows, okay, this guy can survive in this fucking hell. So maybe, okay, let's put him on the next step. Let's give him more challenges. Let's give him more power. Let's trust him more, okay? We'll trust him more. So let's give him this boost, this power up. This is what happens with the mind. This is an analogy I built for you to understand the power you have in your mind. The power you have in your mind is what will decide this year for you. Your 2024. I can't fucking talk. Your 2024. You will decide your 2024 by gaining your trust, your own trust. And how do you do it? Magics. How do you do it? By starting by the small things. If you can do the big things, start by the small things. Don't slack off. Don't hit the snooze button. Don't be fucking disciplined. Be fucking disciplined. All you need to do is always stick into your word. Always stick, no matter what. No matter fucking what. Always stick to your words. And trust me, you will feel this feeling of I can take more, I can attack more, I can do more. But why do you feel this feeling? Ask yourself. Have you ever asked yourself why? Because your mind is actually opening. Your mind is actually unleashing its own hidden power. It's sleeping power because your mind is sleeping. Your mind is sleeping. We only got the 10% available of the mind potential, the mind power. Imagine if we actually started discovering more of it by gaining our trust. It's like imagine your mind as your friend. You need to gain the trust of your friend. Otherwise, it will never let you have, his items. It will never give you anything. You will never receive gifts from your mind if you don't get his own trust. Because think about it. You will be thinking why my mind is so limited, why my mind is scared of giving me this power, this potential. Because I will answer you. This is the ultimate answer that will solve anything. This is the ultimate answer that may unlock my mind potential, and even yours. Your mind is not limited. It was never limited. Your mind is your friend, okay? Your mind is your friend. Imagine how your mind is seeing you. By imagine yourself, you being slacking off, you're not doing your work, you're a fucking pussy, you're not a fucking dominant being. You can't even dominate yourself. You keep fucking fapping. You keep not working. You keep not working out. You keep eating like shit. How do you think your mind perceives you? Oh, okay, this guy is a pussy. So why would I give him much power, more power? Because he can't even control his actual power. So how will he be able to control more power? There is no need to give it. Because first, he needs to control his actual power. And this power is these basics. But most people keep slacking. Most people keep failing on it. And it's the basics. It's the 10% of the mind. But most people can't even be fucking disciplined. That's why we are stuck at the 10%. So what you need to do is basically gain your trust. Because if you didn't achieve what you wanted in 2023, it's because you kept betraying yourself. Your only friend, your mind.